we may have just gotten some season pass leaks that are kind of interesting, and also the paid season pass. Let's not forget that that could still possibly be coming out sometime. If you guys would like to buy coins, you can go to mmoxp.com. There will be a link in the description. They are the cheapest and safest option. You can use my code JFC at checkout for a 5% discount. If you were not around for the summertime where we're talking about leaks and stuff like that for the next game, we had a leaked paid season pass that was supposed to come out. We thought on season 1, it ended up not coming out. Could it have been scrapped altogether? Maybe, but let's keep in mind it could still happen. There's a hint towards it, and we'll talk about that. But also Centurions has just been leaked as well, and we have an On This Day Hero SBC leaks too. A lot to get into. Thank you all for watching every day, some days. First day you've ever been here, thank you. Today was Ugarte and Caicedo SBC day. Showdowns we didn't even have leaked until a couple hours before content time, and they're kind of like the same card mainly. And you might say, okay, well, hold on, 5 squads for each one. If you can't see it, I'm not sure if you can see the Ugarte one because I got a big fat dome, but luckily the squads are 80, 81, 82, 81, 83. You might be thinking, why are they doing this? Well, duplicate storage exists now, so they have to make sure that you actually have to put stuff in that you wouldn't want to. You can't just complete shit from duplicate storage. That's their whole goal here. So they give us duplicate storage, but there's always a push and pull, right? There's always a give and take with them. They're always going to take some and give some. So we got the max 88 base hero upgrade at refreshing today, and I did lie to you all. I said I'd have the icon pack for today's video. I don't, but I'll have both for tomorrow's video. And hopefully my PC account, which I'm going to play games on, I'm going to have enough to do the base hero or the base icon, so it'll actually mean more too. That is the goal there. But now on to the leaks and news part of the video. Ultimate Dynasties is supposed to not come out, apparently. We thought it was going to be Dynasties. Looks like it's actually going to be a Centurions promo. Season Pass could already include some coming out on Thursday. And anytime AC says something like this, it means it probably is going to include some. So Centurions will be the promo, not Dynasties, which kind of makes sense because how many different pairings of brothers and sisters, relatives are there in the game? So if you did a bunch last year, can you do a bunch again this year? I don't really know. So Centurions being this card design does make more sense to me. And Centurions last year, Centurions and Thunderstruck were pretty good promos, if I remember correctly, and that's coming up here because Black Friday is a month away-ish. We have our second Trailblazers team coming this Friday, then probably 2 Centurions teams, and that takes us to 3 weeks from now, so God knows what could come out at that point. But okay, season pass leaks now. Season 2 question mark for Florian Thauvin or Tovon coming as a World Tour player soon. So looks like also the next season of the World Tour, which didn't really do anything for the last promo, or sorry, last season, the Spanish World Tour that we got. We are going to get a French World Tour. It was a matter of time until France came in, and I think this is going to be the one for this new season. So this could be the final player of the season. The stats are not confirmed or anything, so just speculation. It could be a level 10 player. We don't really know, but what it does show is that season pass leaks are here. It does show France as well will probably be the new nation for the World Tour, but then we also got this. And now it's from the FUT Accountant saying, don't be surprised if the paid season pass arrives during season 2. Now, FUT Accountant is not saying it's going to here, but he goes to EA every year, so maybe he's got some intel on like, hey, we can expect this at some point. It's going to come out. It could be season 2. There's also this reply down here saying they did it in season 3 of Madden. Probably would be the same in my opinion. We'll see though. And he says good intel. So apparently in Madden, I waited till season 3 for the paid season pass. Could be something similar there where it's season 2 or season 3 for FIFA. But yeah, it's going to come out to me. Like, it's just a matter of time. I don't think that it's going to be a thing they scrapped this year. They want to test and see what they can get away with. If they can get away with it, then it's just more money for them, right? And the funny thing is I actually think that the paid season pass would be one of the better ways to spend your money on this game because it's not a gamble, right? You'll be able to see rewards and be able to see what you get and decide if that's worth your money. And that is actually like a fine thing added to the game. Now, a $70 yearly release game, different story, but if this was a free-to-play game, then that would be a totally fine idea. But it's when you add this in conjunction with obviously all the gambling aspects of the game, the store driven, everything, is when it's a problem. So I almost feel like I don't want to tell you never ever even think about buying the season pass because it might be worth it for 10 bucks. I don't know. It might be. You might see it and be like, oh, it's actually worth it. I don't gamble on the game, so I'll buy this for 10 bucks. I'll end up getting like 4 or 5 usable cards, a bunch of good packs, right? It might end up being worth it. I don't know, but I'm never going to condone spending money on the game. It's just funny how looking at things, this would actually be one of the more worth it ways to spend your money on this game. The point is, don't gamble in the store ever. I'm begging you not to. And next up, we got this, and as a Robbie Keane on this day hero SBC. Stats are not confirmed, but was it FIFA 23? We got a Robbie Keane SBC. Was that what it was during the World Cup? I think it was a World Cup hero, yeah. But seeing this is leaked already, I'm assuming he'll come out in just the next day or two, if I had to take a guess. But good for chemistry. Should be a pretty good card, too. And oh, just saw this tweet. I'm sorry, me. This is Florian Thauvin official stats right here. 85 pace, 86 shot. Kind of like a false 9 striker-ish there. The stats aren't insane. They're not bad, though. This kind of looks like a level 10 player to me. Like a level 10 season pass player there. That's kind of what I would guess for him. Then we got Lukeba or Lakeba added to come as a Trailblazers SBC soon as well. Another French SBC. Once again, leading towards the whole French thing coming up here. A French SBC being leaked, right? So I'm sure he'll be a pretty good card too. And also this tweet from FIFA Trading Romania saying, Patch 1 said Season 1 Weekend League rewards, we can expect changes in Rivals/Weekend League. I'm not sure if that's a leak or if he's just saying that he expects that, but a very prominent leaker is saying that we can expect changes to Rivals and Weekend League rewards for this new season, which... okay, we'll see what they look like, of course. Still going to be quite tough to get me to play Rivals every week, but we'll see. And also, we got this news. Party bag set to come soon. It contains one player from Road to the Knockout or Total Rush. So a kind of a party bag pack coming out. I'm not sure if it means SBC. I don't know, or it just means a store pack. Usually the store packs have kind of diverted into, or sorry, the party bags have kind of diverted into store packs now, which is a shame. But when they make $2 billion off microtransactions in FIFA every year, we only have us to blame, I suppose. But yeah, we'll look cool something. Hopefully it's an SBC, but it probably won't be. I'm sure you guys saw today there was a lot of drama around it. Ended up not being Vinicius winning the Ballon d'Or. Fabrizio Romano made a tweet saying Vinny wins the Ballon d'Or, and it wasn't true. That was like, what, a couple weeks back now Fabrizio said that, and it ended up not being true. Rodri wins it for the men's Ballon d'Or, and the women's Ballon d'Or was Bonmati once again. And I'm bringing this up because, mommy, the question is, why don't we really have much in terms of Ballon d'Or related content in FC? It is a little odd to me. I understand that we're in October. Do you want there to be crazy SBCs right now? A Bonmati, a Rodri SBC? And it's like, well, I mean, yes, because I always want there to be things to grind for, but I understand if we don't want to move the power curve too early, then you don't want to do that. But don't you guys think it's just a little odd that the most Ballon d'Or content we get in terms of just the whole entire game is basically just the dynamic images on the Team of the Year card? I just feel like there could be other ways we could implement this and have it mean something and kind of have like it be a cool addition to the game. You know, I don't have any Einsteinian ideas off the top of my head, but just odd that we don't see like any content around it. And I think the reason really for that is just because Team of the Year, they want that dynamic and be like, oh my god, look at that card, I need it. I just jizzed myself and I need to now spend $185 on microtransactions. But I don't know, I feel like we just should see more. I could be maybe just doing too much, but still feel like it just is meaningless in FC, which is so odd. And then make it make sense. You know me, I've talked about this plenty of times on the channel already. You've been around for a while. Last year, third in the Ballon d'Or. This year, third in the Ballon d'Or again, twice in a row, 37 goals and assists last season, and she's 79 rated still, guys. I don't get it. I don't know if EA just don't watch or if it was just an oversight or something, but 79 rated for Salma is hilarious. And Jake Futt Trading says, I'm not kidding when I say the average FIFA player after this week will have less than 100k coins. You cannot have coins/fodder for 2 times hero SBCs, Icon 88 max, and this within a week. And he's talking about the party bag here. Do you have to open every single one of them? Your complaint can be that we don't get enough fodder. That's fine. But the complaint of like, we're gonna have no coins after all these, it's like, you don't have to do all of them. You're falling into exactly what EA want you to do, thinking you have to do all of them when you're probably not even gonna get something good in any of them. You could get something, of course. You always could, but probably not. The market still keeps going down, guys. I won't say too much about it today just because of, we kind of talked a lot about it yesterday, but what I will say is I still think after Rivals Rewards will still be a pretty good time to buy these cards. I know they're dropping a lot, but I still think that we should see a rise for this weekend league, especially if the rewards are changed, right? Because remember, this will be a weekend league where the rewards could change. So if they're better, even if they're better for the high ranks only, it will still create that hype or whatever, and then people will end up wanting to do it. So I do think you can still buy them after Rivals Rewards. I've seen some questions about that. And okay, let's read your comments now. Only Fools and Horses says it's not on general sale. I got offered an email and it shows and the PlayStation Store is discounted, but I believe it's only for previous FIFA player base. Still not tempted, by the way. And I think that's true. There was some really weird stuff going on with that. I was seeing some comments being like, yeah, it's not on sale for me. And same thing on Twitter. And then I looked on Twitter too, and I would see people say, yeah, here's a discount. Like it's not photoshopped. It was out there because that was a question right away too. It was like, was that just like a photoshopped image? But no, there was more than one image yesterday. I even saw that. That's why I reported on it. But yeah, it does seem like it's kind of like a targeted sale almost. So maybe that is, I guess, in EA's eyes, more of a strategy then rather than a desperate plea to get players back on the game. Or maybe it is that. Maybe it is, you know, if it's targeted towards old FIFA players, maybe it is a desperate plea to please, hey, get in the door. Come on, it's on sale for half off, over half off. We know you want to come back, right? Then Sean Davis says the elite players get the biggest rewards. Casuals get garbage? Doesn't that increase the gap between the two groups, i.e. the rich get richer? Just saying. And it is true that the elite players get the biggest rewards. So in that case, you would say that maybe the game is more tailored towards them rather than the casual players. But the problem is, like, what do you do about that though? Because you obviously want to get rewarded more for playing better, and like you want an incentive to get better at the game, right? So you want to have that reward gap there, but how big should it be? That's the big question. But honestly, the best solution for me is, the reward gap should be there because it kind of needs to be there. It can't not be there really if you're gonna have a tiered reward system for what rank you are. It has to be there. My solution to this would be very easily back to FIFA 19 League SBC system, where if you put time in, you get rich. It's like that simple. Doesn't matter what rank you are, doesn't matter anything about that. So if you're not an elite player, you can just do the menu grind, and that's how you can get it that way. If you're an elite player, you don't have to do the menu grind. You just worry about getting good at the game and just play the games, and you can still get a good team. They had a good system with that, but then they realized, oh yeah, well, we don't care if you put 12 hours in the game. We still need you to spend money on the game. So they just took it away, completely took it away. Thank you, FUT Economist, for your work. We greatly appreciate you. So yeah, the system was there, and the elite players get the biggest rewards. That will just never change because EA wants you to think if you go and get Mbappe for your team by spending FIFA points, you'll become an elite player, which it's just probably not going to happen. There's a 0.1% chance you go from Div 3 to elite by getting Mbappe in your team. Okay, it's just not going to happen probably. So that will never change, but EA took away the way for us to get the best rewards without you being an elite player. They took that away from you because go fuck yourself. And AC says I have to disagree on the hardcore players not getting rewarded as much as casuals. Casual rewards are virtually non-existent this year. If you're a good and play a lot, you have access to a shit ton of good rewards. And I replied to him saying, I actually agree with you. What I meant to say was EA put more resources into additions for the casual base. Now, whether those additions are good or not is a different story. And the casuals this year have the worst they've ever had it because the division rivals rewards, getting 15 wins, I mean, it's nonsense, guys. I'm sorry. I know most people are going to be in like Div 5, 4, 3, higher than that even, right? Of course, if you're really, really casual at the game. Those rewards are not worth 15 wins. Are we serious? You think those rewards are worth 15 wins? Then you got to get into Weekend League, which you can't really do anymore, which is fine if you want to make Weekend League the hardest game to get in, but then you got to make other things rewarding too, and they don't do that. If they want to have the game system or the game mode system this way, you have to make the menu grind good and have it exist. If you want to spend time in the menus to get the best teams, and you can do that, they don't have that right now. Until they have that, then yes, with the way the game modes are set up, because they can't fucking make good game modes for the last decade. Well, since they took out the daily knockout tournaments, which I guess has been what, FIFA 17, so try 8 years. Since FIFA 17, these guys cannot make good game modes. I'm sorry, the game modes are ass. And that wouldn't even be as much of a problem if you had menu grindable content to help the casual people out that are not that good at the game, but they're so scared shitless you won't go to the store as much that they're never going to add that again. They took it away. Year after year, it got less and less and less. FIFA 23 came out. We've had the same system since. So it's not going to change. It won't get better unless EA decide, oh my God, nobody is spending money on this game anymore. Now I guess we better just change something up for real. No, you're right. This year more than ever is where the casuals are just kind of getting fucked. I mean, it really is annoying because you have to have a healthy amount of both. You have to have a healthy amount of the hardcore players so that the casuals can know if you get to the hardcore part and you get to that point, it's worth it. And also it's still worth it in other ways, in different ways, rewarding ways, being a casual too. You have to have a healthy balance of both, and they don't have that this year. This year more than ever to me, they do not have that. So, but hey, thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, and I love you all. So, bye.